Dear family, I am totally dying. I have been totally murdered. Totally brain demolished. I'm sorry, I'm really, really devastated. American are pushing me out of family to be a retarded prostitute by totally murdering me and murdering Douglas without any of you understand. It is totally murder and hoax. And they're controlling my brain, Douglas's brain, and the family's brain, and making hoax, making nice out of this to have me killed. If I don't tell you, you will never know I've been murdered, and in a very, very tragic way, and totally nuisance. And I have been totally tremendously suffering from abuse. And I've been mentally, physically under terribly abuse. How they've been able to breaking my brain, how they've been able to breaking all my, you know, consistency, in my brain. They basically totally removed all my brain, demolished all my brain, and I'm totally dying. And they intentionally just want to push me out of family to be prostitute. Because family is the only guarantee for my life. And they've been maliciously pushing me out. And they made another woman who is totally hoax and the idiot and the prostitute and the totally lie and totally just modern. And, it's just hoax and lie. And as a weapon being used by Americans, they intentionally used this way to destroy all my brain, all my capacities, all the brain I'm being able to holding on my family. All the process is just totally nuisance. You could not imagine how nowadays people could, those Americans could use kind of by, kind of this kind of intangible weapon, basically, is kind of very advanced, very modern weapons through the satellites being able to have me killed. What I have been through for this, brain intellectual intelligence, this kind of model, what I have been through, how they're killing me. For this 22 years, all my life, I have devoted to Douglas all my life. I have spending all my intelligence. They have been exploit my brain, use this love, and they have destroyed all my brain. It's just totally hoax and murder. I have been totally brain cut off, totally been removed, deleted, totally lost capacities, and my brain have done all the damages. And now they're ready, they want to push me out of family to be prostitute. That's all this woman, everything coming about. Because they intentionally use this nuisance to kill me and kill Douglas. It's totally murder. I could not tell you how nuisance, how crime this is. It's totally lies. We hardly know about this person. You have to just believe me. These things just made hoax out of me and out Douglas and have me murdered. They just aim to push Douglas away from me and have me pushed out of family. And of course, this kind of bring, kind of experimenting on as well. They use another person hacking into my brain, being able to replace all my brain, take all my brain away. Basically, all my brain, all my emotion becoming that person's. It's just totally lie. It's just totally kind of technique they used. Of course, not becoming that person. Basically, just every thought of my mind, every single of my step, my brain going to, they hack into the person, intentionally, brutally assaulting me. I'm just totally nuisance. I'm just totally tragic victim suffering from this kind of high-tech, attack without family understand, without being able to explain to you when I really got time before, because I was totally under control. I wasn't able to explain. Every time when I see you, when I'm talking to you, I will not mention about it. That is all this about. They've been putting my brain control for a long time, and they intentionally did not want me to talk to you about this. And even now, I find it very difficult to talk about because I'm totally lost all my capacity. Even I sound okay, I don't really sound okay. It's all totally lies and, tricks they made in my brain, intentionally fooling you around. They intentionally try to make me talk, leave some wrong impression, and controlling your mind. They make sure you don't understand what I'm talking about. It's just totally, totally lie and totally murder and crime. And I'm so devastated, and I'm totally suffering. Without I'm not able to find any help. And I can see this day I'm being pushed to our family coming up very soon. As I'm totally losing all my brain, so Douglas losing his brain. They destroy his brain as well. They murder him without he understand what was going on, because they just intentionally don't want him to understand. How could he understand? He knows they did all the tricks and damage and, all this kind of stealing and the hoax out of his brain and let him to go to meet another woman, have his own wife killed. It's just impossible, isn't it? But he don't understand it. They intentionally just don't want him to understand. Otherwise, I got totally full support and understanding from him. And basically, he just, basically, he just don't understand anything I'm saying. If even I'm saying I'm dying, he would say, you will be fine tomorrow. But without understanding.